Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Colton. Good morning. Good morning. I love you too. Oh, I am just waking up. Kind of felt good to sleep in. Yay. Hey, Spiracy. We're going to play an update on the Siders family that I think you guys will find really, really interesting. I'm going to let everybody get in first. I'm good. I am just waking up and waiting for these ladies to come in so we can all have some coffee and talk some true crime. How are you doing? How are you, Spiracy? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I've been working a lot too. A lot. Very much so. I'm good. I'm excited for everybody to hear this little tidbit on the ciders. Thank you, Colton. Jamie actually sent it to me last night because I've been so busy working. Good morning, Landslide. So I'm excited to play it. I'm so tired of hearing everybody just fight and argue about the Lindsay Clancy case. It's like, man, Patrick's not the one on trial. He's not. But good morning. I'm going to let everybody get in here. And I know, you're going to be an old man before you know it, Colton. Old man. You don't even know how old I am. But at least I don't feel too old. I'm really sick of these allergies. I do know that. I'm tired of having a cough. Good morning, baby D. Good morning. We're going to play an update on the Siders family here in a minute. Hey, one and only. Good morning, baby D. I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here so we can play the Siders family update.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I tried to sleep in this morning and then I found that I was just laying there awake. And so I'm like, let's get up. So here I am.
Oh. What
Yeah.
time is it over there?
It is 9:30 here. Good afternoon, one and only.
Okay.
Yeah. What time is it there?
3:30 in the afternoon?
Oh, wow. Well, our time is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here and then we'll play this new update. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Give everybody a tap and share the live out. I know. I'm so tired of hearing people argue over Lindsay Clancy that it's about to wear me out. Yeah, the update's going to be on the Siders family this morning. So, what's everybody doing today?
Hello.
Good morning.
Afternoon.
I know,
It's half
right?
past 3.
How are
Weird.
you?
All right, thank you. Just missing coming in a box because I never come in boxes. And
I know.
obviously, the lies are different at the moment. So, and I've been going past all the lies and thinking, nah, not going in there. Don't want to go in there. Some of them are just weird, total different opinions.
Wow, there's so many different opinions.
I
Good
know, but
morning.
I'm like, I'm not getting stuck in here. Just flick past.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different opinions out there, and I don't know. I feel like if Clancy was if she wasn't guilty and he was, then he would be the one that would be
Yeah,
on TV.
exactly.
What's the theory? Sorry, I've been up all night going over this.
Oh.
You've been
No,
up
I'm
all
just
night?
saying that I've been in other, like, going past other rooms, like, because we have, like, dispersed into this room. So I was going in other rooms and I was like, no, I'm not staying here because the theories are just way out
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
fact that they're like blocking people if they don't agree and stuff. I'm like,
yeah. I
nah.
got blocked last night.
Yeah. So I'm wanting to have my say, but I've been keeping quiet.
I
All
went
I,
in one and I just said, I'm glad I was on my backup. And I was just like, this just sounds crazy. And I was muted for the entire live.
well,
Oh.
people.
Which live are you talking about?
I'm not saying names because I don't like doing that, but just a few
Oh,
lives that I don't
okay.
usually go in, but obviously because I've like had no, there haven't been anywhere to sort of do it, and I've been just flicking through and just gone past a few that are just literally way out there and don't let you have your opinion and that. So
Are you talking about the Lindsay Clancy case?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it's okay to have an opinion or a theory, but you also need to make sure that you're stating it in a con, con a
constructive.
constructive way where it's not it, because a lot of things people are trying to spin, they're trying to make it into a movie or a
Oh no,
miniseries, and that's just not how due process works in the
no.
law.
Well, this certain person went, oh, you're all, what did she say? You're all mad or you're all mental. And someone's like, how can you say that when we're talking about this case? So the host was like, you're mental, you're mental. And I was like, well,
Uh,
that's not really a word to use right now, is it, when we're discussing what we're discussing? So, yeah, but I just
yeah,
slipped
Sam, you
past.
did a really great video last night. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Yes, she did. Good morning, my
Mo-
fave.
Morning, gang. What'd you do,
Hey.
Sam? I want to. Oh, hi, Susan. Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
hey,
And
Hal.
I
what up?
debunked some of the theories about Patrick people are claiming.
It's. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of wild that people are still like he did it, and like I'm not. I'm not saying he did it, but I'm saying there's room for maybe more than what we see. But some of these speculations are crazy. Did you guys see the lady pulling the cards?
Did you see the lady with
No.
the steak in the window?
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, so they were saying that he shut the window on her neck, and that's why she has those markings. And then the
No.
girl lady tried it on a steak. She goes, "Watch this," and she wrapped the steak up real good, and then she put it on the window, and bam, shut the window. Like,
Oh,
what are you doing?
she, she said same thing. Watch.
Yeah,
What about the
Well,
card
people are
trick?
like, her DNA is not on the exercise bands. Yeah, it was hard to get any DNA off of that.
Yeah.
Everybody's DNA was basically on those bands, and due to skin cells and stuff like that, and depending on the material that the band is, it may not pick up like a knife would, a jabby would, which they said, well, there's no fingerprints on the jabby. Yeah, there's a half a fingerprint they couldn't test. Her DNA is all over it. She's not disputing that she did this. She has stated how she did it. She remembers doing it, and that what she said in the civil lawsuit, she wanted to sign before court to make this go more speedy of her admittance to what she did. She didn't have amnesia or a loss of memory.
No.
And her thyroid was not crushed, for God's sakes.
Oh,
Kevin
God.
stated that,
I
but
know.
he did not mean it was crushed. You cannot crush. It's phlegmy. It's muscle. It's not
Let me
bone.
tell you
Okay, I'm
something
done.
else.
Sorry.
Let me tell
Sorry.
you something else that another person said last night, and I didn't think about it until I got to looking at the house and where the top window was. And oh, that was Sam's music. Um, I was hearing kitty music. But
Oh.
anyway, it showed like the top window, and then it showed where the basement window was, and it
Oh, God,
showed
I saw that.
yeah, and it showed where she was laying, and when she said in the basement, they said he could see the basement window light was on, and so he could see through that window, possibly one of the kids, and that
So?
he might have called 911 before he ever got completely to the basement.
No. No.
What was it about something one of the lawyers said? I've seen bits of that. Did her lawyer go mad or something about something that was said in court or something yesterday?
They said something got picked up on a hot mic of saying
Shut up
shut
or
her
something,
up.
right? Everyone's going, oh, he's the king, he's this, he's that. I don't know about this holding hands though. I do find that a little bit weird, a bit for me. I don't know why. Might just be me and men, but the fact that he's like, I don't know if that a solicitor, like a lawyer, should be
That's
like that
her
with the
only
client. Do you know
support.
what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know.
lawyers do that. That's her only
Not if
form of
they don't.
support. Yeah,
Not
they
over.
do. They really do. They form a personal connection with their client. Yes, they do. It's not weird to see a lawyer comforting their client in court, especially when it's gruesome like this.
I mean, my case wasn't anywhere near the level of this, but when God, I was so young, I don't even remember what side I was on. So if I got subpoenaed by the state, I must have been on prosecution. Anyway, when they went after Greg for the whole thing with Janet, his attorney tried to come over and
Not
talk to
Janet
me.
and Greg.
Yeah, dude, there's part 2 and 3 to that story. But the part where Janet and Greg ended up in court, so the state subpoenaed me to testify against him, and his defense tried to come and talk to me. And the lady that was representing me from the state, dude, she was over me like an angry fucking bear. She wouldn't let anyone near me to say anything. She was my voice. And I don't blame Reddington for doing that, because that's what that lady did to me. She fucking safeguarded my ass and was like, "Don't say a fucking word." I was like, "You should say less." she was
Yep.
so cool. And so, like, I don't blame Reddington for, squaring up verbally, because, that's his job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did
I
y'all
thought
see
it
Agreed.
was so
the
funny when he said, "I don't want a sidebar."
yeah, I don't want to sidebar. I love his accent.
Oh Lord.
So that video that I caught the other day, I think it was last night actually. This chick is pulling cards, and I don't know if y'all are into tarot and like woo woo astrology and shit, but
Sure.
we'll just play with it for a minute. Now, when you read cards, it's your intent, correct? Yeah. So she's pulling all these cards, and I ain't even gonna lie. I've told y'all 100 times I stopped pulling my own cards because they be talking a lot of shit that I don't want to hear, and
Yeah.
so that's what they were doing last night. Like, the cards were so insanely right in conjunction to the case, not necessarily who and what and the inner workings of, pointing fingers and stuff, but this lady was randomly pulling from this deck, and it kept bringing up the S word that ends in angulation and court, and it kept bringing up like weird things that were in connection to this case. And like, she's trying to spin, Patrick is guilty and stuff, which I'm not going to play into that, but I did want to see what she was pulling, and my brain was like, holy shit. Even the cards were like accurate to pertinence of the case. I was like, nobody can tell me that shit ain't real. Like, they may not be accurate in this moment of whatever she's intentionally putting them to, but the shit be pulling is there. Like, I'm gonna have to show you guys the video. It was nuts.
Yeah, share it to me. That's insane.
It was crazy, dude. Some of the things that were not even mentioned to this lady, she's just shuffling and pulling and laying, and there's like The angulation word, court, split division, divorce, marriage, affair, new partner. Like, there were so many things that came up, and this lady's like, I don't know anything about this case. I just got asked to pull these cards and read. Y'all will be telling me. And like, all of it was just there. And I was like, holy shit. Oh, that's weird. That is so crazy. And y'all know I'm into that shit. And so whether you're not or not are, y'all just got to see it for yourself. It's interesting.
I'd be
Yeah.
interested in seeing it, checking it out.
I also thank you, one and only, and I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. It's probably just my form around men. That actually, just that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like just to me, but that's a lot of men. So no, it's fine. I just thought it was a bit. I don't know if I'd want that myself. Is what I said. Is what I meant.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I missed it. What'd you say, only? I'll probably agree with you.
No, about
No,
her.
that he was holding a hand and that. I just didn't think that. Well, I'm from the UK, obviously, so in my respect, someone wouldn't do that as a solicitor because they're like, don't have that relationship sort of thing. So I just thought it was a bit weird. Well, that's just my opinion, obviously.
That's okay. That's fine. Also, Patrick's brother has never worked in police department. He has never worked in the police department. He lives in South Carolina. There is a guy with a similar name, Clancy, who was in the police department in South Carolina that came from Boston at another department, and that guy died of cancer in 2020.
Oh. The kids didn't even like it.
Yeah, some of the stories that's been coming up about the boogeyman and
Right?
yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild to me. I listen to it and I'm like, well, I mean, okay, maybe y'all should write a book on this, like I don't know, crazy storybook.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all for the heart me's. I want to play the update here in a minute. I'm going to give it a little bit on the update on the Siders family. That's really interesting.
Yeah,
because that's gone pretty quiet, hasn't it? Really, that's gone pretty quiet. Not seeing a lot, but obviously there is an update.
Yeah, we're not going to see a lot on it for a while, so I like every little bit of tidbit that comes out, for sure. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, have you watched the? Oh, she's on pause now.
What happened?
Have you seen about all the funeral home?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude, yes. Don't even get me started on that shit. Why did he have a license and get... Right? Why did he get caught in another state doing that? He picks up and moves route and he gets to do it again? The fuck?
We've had a few of them over here as well. Funeral homes. We've had two big cases.
Oh my lord. Did any of you guys watch that show, The Mortician, on Netflix?
no, I have not.
Ooh, that's a good one. So
Good,
it's
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. So correct, I might be wrong. It's a little botched because I watched it like 6 months ago, but I want to say it was in one end of California, and then they moved to the other end, and basically through the 90s and early 2000s, maybe a little bit earlier, I don't know. Dude's family owned a funeral home. He grew up in the family business, took over, and he cuts corners, and he's like, look, state law says you're only supposed to put one of these people in here, but I could fit like 50 and maybe more. So let's do it. And yeah, he was shoving everybody and anybody in a crematorium and sending it, and then they were keeping their jewelry on a hanger next to it and pawning and selling it. They found out that it was what's the math? They were all raging out on math. And it's on Hulu. It's called The Mortician, and it's nuts. And this dude lost his license, packed up, and moved, I want to say, to Southern California because he was up in like the northern side of it. And yeah, he was doing. So basically, when you run a crematorium, all these different funeral homes, they can call around and they can get, the best deal and whatever. And a lot of the times, I think if I remember right, the funeral home would be in like possession to transfer the person, the decedent. And the dude, Shammy dude, was like, I will do it for $50 and I'll come and get it and I'll drop it off to you. And everyone was like, wow, what a screaming deal. So they started going to this dude, and everyone in California didn't know why he was the guy. They just knew that he was good. And yeah, I won't ruin it for all of you too much, but yeah, all through up until I want to say it was like 2010 or 2011, he was just doing the most. And and it really scared me because my dad passed away in 2007 and my dad was cremated. And so in my brain, I'm like, oh my God, did my dad go there? Like, these are things I'll never know. But yeah, I suggest, it's just like The Mortician on Netflix, and the whole team of dudes was running it, and they get like 3 or 4 that did prison time and turn around and snitch on the guy. One of them's anonymous. Like, it's pretty epic.
That sounds like,
It
so that we
sounds
did
it.
have one. Go on, Susan, sorry.
No, I was just agreeing. Like, it sounds crazy.
We had one in the UK, and they had buried other people's ashes instead of the person that they thought. So all these families have been either given the wrong ashes to keep, like some people do, or there was like, instead of human ashes, have been given animal ashes.
Oh my
So they got it on their, in their home, thinking that it's the grandma or something, and it's actually not.
Oh,
So we had a big thing where someone went in and there were like BODIES all over the place, but also like loads of ashes, just all mixed up as well. So they don't know who's in a big
yeah.
tub.
Well, what were they doing with the people though? Like, I
Well,
don't
I
get
don't
it.
know. They were just like not, because they were not. I don't even. So anyway, he has got done for like disposing wrongly and stuff. But all these people have like come on our local news going, I don't know who I've got. I thought this was
Oh
his.
yeah, right.
So they don't know. There's no way of knowing now, because when they've been done, whose it is. So yeah, that's just horrible when you put your trust in someone like that, and then it was just, yeah. So it got raided a couple of years ago, the one in the UK.
Dang. What I don't understand is, I hate that I know this. If you have ever smelled somebody who's been sitting for a week or longer, it's what's the word?
Mm-hmm.
It's ingrained into your brain. You
Yeah,
know
I
that
heard that
smell.
before. I've never smelled it, but I've heard about it.
Oh yeah. Before I got I'll leave this pretty vague. Before I got my degree where I work now, I did a really cool internship through college, and I got to work with a lot of that. And so I went to two full arrests, which are people passing of natural causes, and the one lady had been there for about, I don't know, 2.5 weeks or so, and so she was into rigor mortis and liver mortis, like all of it. And like, I just don't understand how they're in kind of like, I guess, what you would call a neighborhood area, and they had what was it, a garage and a car full of people?
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh.
Like,
Gee
how?
whiz.
It's crazy to me. There was a meat.
Phew.
It's nuts to me because, like, even up here where I live, there was a meat place where the people basically abandoned it and all the meat went rotten, and it smelled like of that. It was like, oh my God. And people were sending in cops and everybody, and they were like, it's owned by somebody, but we don't know what's going on or where anybody is. And then they finally raided it and they figured out that the meat processing plant was basically abandoned. And so, like, I have so many questions as to like why the neighbors can actively see it's a funeral home. I would imagine that it was at least displayed as so, because with a business license, you gotta be displaying names and such. I would imagine. I don't know, but how did nobody put two and two together? Like, what, guys?
What about that lady? Jamie was just telling me last night, that lady that was taking all the babies that had passed away and taking them to her house. And the neighbors started complaining, and she had them like all dressed up and like in swings and bassinets and
Oh my
all
god.
kinds of shit. Yeah,
Really
in her
creepy.
house.
That's some
From the
Ed
funeral home?
Gaines.
Who was it?
She was she worked with the funeral home?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And she had all these, and they were just sitting there decaying, and the neighbors kept complaining about the smell. And finally, I guess they did a search warrant or whatever, and that's where they found all of these babies. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. See
Yeah.
that a case like that happened in Utah too. This lady got married to a dude and he went to prison. She got a little freaky on the sideline and had I think it was 8 or 9 children, and she kept them in her garage in containers as if they were decorations. And then police found them, and it was, I don't know, dude. People, I just don't get it. Like, I'm into some weird shit, but where's your couth? Where's your fucking boundary? Where's your, oh my god, what if that happened to my mother or grandmother? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a mouth on me. Sorry.
And for
Now,
those
you know who
asking
you
more about
remind me
Mama
of, Hey
Bear,
Hal? I don't know if
What's
you know her, Puffiana.
Yes, I love her. Actually,
God, you sound like her, man.
I don't personally know her, but I enjoy her because yes, I
Yeah, I
do. I
do
agree with a
too.
lot. Yeah, I love the yeah. That's thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
That
I
song.
disconnected them
It's
though.
Whitney Houston's birthday today. Not that, but I've read it.
Oh,
It
okay.
is. But obviously they didn't announce that, but it is because I've seen it on FB.
That's funny.
I will always love you.
It's my husband's birthday.
Oh, tell him to
Oh,
sing
happy
happy
birthday,
birthday.
Chris. Oh,
Yeah,
Happy
he's
birthday.
happy
41.
birthday, Mr. Sammy.
Hello, husband, or happy birthday, husband.
He's
What
an
do
old
y'all want to
man.
hear the update on the Siders family? It's a few
Sure.
minutes long. If
I'm
y'all,
game.
Go for it.
all right.
If I drop, it's because I'm getting ready to go hike.
Yeah, I know you have a busy weekend. Well, this
Oh,
is something you
nice.
can get ready while you listen
Perfect. Yeah,
because
we
it's just really interesting. But I got to find it first. I don't remember where I put it.
That happens.
Yeah, me always, always. Well, everything's set up so different.
What do
I
you
don't
mean?
know. When your different apps that you go into, because I dropped it into Discord, so I would be able to find it. And it's like
Ah,
sometimes my iPad or this other phone will go so slow, and you're just like, can we connect now, please?
Dixieland wants to come up, I think.
That's fine. I don't care who comes up as long as they,
Okay.
yeah.
Hi,
Just
Dixie. Did you mean to come up, on?
she's not connected yet.
I
Oh,
love that
okay.
song.
Yeah, it takes it a. All right, I found it. I always got to remember where I put stuff so that I can get to it. But I know everybody, we haven't heard a lot on the cider, so I thought this would be good. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. I have to pay attention.
You don't know about the Ciders
I
family?
know about them, but I haven't been
Trump,
following.
Republican Mike Macy for governor.
Oh,
Macy's conservative plan cuts
girl,
property
I
taxes for
cannot wait
seniors and
until they
veterans. He
go.
eliminates.
I
Yeah.
hate
I mean,
commercials.
it's going to be a good trial.
Yeah, I don't think I'm beginning to wonder if it's going to go to trial after I
Yeah,
heard
same.
this. Yeah. Why is this? Hold on, I'm waiting for the commercials to be over with.
And you have to ask yourself, was Elizabeth groomed? Was she isolated? Was she controlled?
The attorney for the mother of 16 children removed from a so-called house of horrors is questioning her mental health. Is Elizabeth Siders insane? Is she a victim of abuse herself or a perpetrator? Plus, we have an update on Gary Siders Sr. from his lawyer as questions swirl about images from inside the home circulating online. We're digging into all of it. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Elizabeth Siders has been married since she was a teenager. She was just a child.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, I accidentally hit the button. Hold on. What did I do?
Screen time showing your attention
Now we
span.
gotta do another damn commercial. Hey, it's Sunday morning. Everybody forgive me. Hell, I might have went to a different video.
Banned.
Did I hit a commercial or some
You have
Okay,
to
here
ask
we go.
yourself, was Elizabeth groomed? Was she isolated? Was she controlled?
The attorney for the mother of 16 children removed from a so-called house of horrors is questioning her mental health. Is Elizabeth Siders insane? Is she a victim of abuse herself or a perpetrator? Plus, we have an update on Gary Siders Sr. from his lawyer as questions swirl about images from inside the home circulating online. We're digging into all of it. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Elizabeth Siders has been married since she was a teenager. She was just a child, 15 years old, and she gave birth to her first child that same year. And really, she hasn't stopped giving birth since 2008. She hasn't had a break. She's given birth to 18 children since 2008. A set of conjoined twins died the same day they were born back in 2022. Now Elizabeth, who was booked into jail on June 30th on 16 counts of child endangering, along with her mother-in-law, Christina Siders, and her husband, Gary Siders Jr., and his father, Gary Sr., are in legal trouble. The child endangering charges are second-degree felonies and carry the possibility of major prison time if they are convicted. All of the Siders family members have pleaded not guilty. Now, giving birth to 18 children over 18 years is no small feat. A lot of people might want a big family, but 18 kids? The decision to do that might lead you to question someone's sanity, or at least what's going on in their mind. And the attorney representing Elizabeth Siders has reached that point. He's requesting a competency evaluation for his client. This comes after mental competency exams were requested and granted for Elizabeth's husband, Gary Jr., and her in-laws, Gary Sr. and Christina. But the request for an evaluation comes with an added layer for Elizabeth. This is not just about competency. It's also about possibly laying the groundwork for an insanity defense. Attorney Tommy Stolley wrote, "Now comes counsel for the defendant, who hereby respectfully moves the court for an order that a formal evaluation be conducted in order to determine whether the defendant is competent at this time to stand trial to the offenses as charged herein. Alternatively, if the defendant is found to be competent, counsel hereby simultaneously requests that the defendant undergo an evaluation to determine if she is not guilty by reason of insanity because she was suffering from a condition which would produce legal insanity at the time of the alleged offenses. Defense counsel makes this motion in good faith to determine defendant's mental condition at the time of the offenses charged and whether defendant is competent to stand trial on the offenses charged." Stolley said he's observed things in his meetings with Elizabeth Siders that concern him. Stolley wrote, "Counsel is prepared to provide a more detailed accounting of his concerns and the specific conduct, giving rise to the concerns directly to the court and eventually to the evaluating medical professionals." So Stolley is signaling that he would like to share the information with the judge and not the public. But he also says he's still in the dark about much of the case. Stolley continued, "As of the filing of this motion, the defendant has not been indicted, and therefore, counsel does not have all of the facts, evidence, or circumstances of this case or the defendant's subsequent arrest. However, in the interim, counsel has met with the defendant on numerous occasions and for extended periods. During these interactions, counsel has been able to observe the defendant's demeanor, conduct, and comprehension. These interactions lead counsel to believe that the defendant may be suffering from significant mental health issues and that competency may be an issue and a clear impediment to the defendant's ability to assist in her own defense. While Elizabeth Siders has not been evaluated by the forensic examiners from District 9, the court-appointed agency conducting the competency evaluations, Stolle says he believes Elizabeth is mentally ill. He wrote, "At this time, counsel believes that the defendant's significant mental health issues would not only affect whether she is competent to stand trial, but would also have affected her ability to understand the wrongfulness of her conduct at the time of the alleged offenses, such that the defendant would not have fully understood the consequences of her actions at the time of the alleged offenses, should such actions have actually constituted criminal conduct." All of this comes after Elizabeth Siders' brother Jeremy Russell posted on Facebook about Gary Sr., Christina, and Gary Jr. asking for those competency evaluations. Jeremy Russell wrote, "I don't think my sister would play dumb, the rest of the family playing goofy. My sister believed she was in good hands. She thought she was doing the right thing due to them. Them people I have nothing good to say about. Playing goofy, collecting welfare. The mother coached my sister to stay away. They have my sister so brainwashed. The mother got the welfare at the end of the year. Buying cars, posting on Facebook, that's what they just did to my sister." Now, what Jeremy Russell means by the mother got the welfare at the end of the year isn't clear. The county prosecutor said previously he was only aware of Gary Sr. and Christina receiving government benefits. But this isn't the first time that Jeremy has posted about his sister.
Now, I feel like on that, because they're talking like at the end of the year, I'm figuring they probably filed all those kids on their taxes. That's just my opinion.
Back on July 5th, Jeremy posted, "Got a lot of Facebook investigators, LOL. You're in for a ride. I've been telling you all. My remorse, I don't care. I really don't. That's sad. I tried many times. Ask my ex. She knows I was the one harassing. I love my sister. However, everyone knew about it. I told everyone. Welfare supporters to the maximum. So state knows something. I don't get it. Just leave me alone." And before that, Jeremy Russell posted on the day of the arrests.
Jeremy, the other brother, my friend works with him. And she said he's actually a very nice guy and a very hard worker. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, if you need me to pause this at any time, just let me know for sure.
Jeremy wrote, "My sister just wrapped her life up due to indoctrination. It is 100% real. 20 kids and younger than me. The math equals immature, piece of you-know-what man involved. I met this dude a couple of months ago. Shook my hand like a baby would. Super soft hands. Definitely never worked a day in his life. I should have took him out that night. I was thinking about it, but my sister, I was happy to see. Been 15 years. You lost touch with your family, followed another. Look what happened." Jeremy Russell also defended his parents. Their allowing Elizabeth to marry at the age of 15 has been questioned endlessly. Jeremy said his parents are good, hardworking people. In the background of all of this are questions surrounding images and videos posted online that claim to be from inside the Siders' home on Omer Street. The images have been circulating for weeks. Law enforcement did not release them, and the prosecutor has said that people who took them could be prosecuted for trespassing. We've obtained images from inside the home that match the images posted on TikTok. Law enforcement did not release these, and Law and Crime did not take these photos. They were shared with us. They show a kitchen and what appears to be a bedroom area with a dirty mattress, and writing on the wall that states, "God protect him." All of this makes you wonder, what was going on in that house? The lawyers for Elizabeth and Gary Sr. say it shows extreme poverty. Prosecutors say the Siders were hiding the children and causing them serious physical harm. We have so many questions when it comes to this case. How are the children doing? And the question at hand, was Elizabeth Siders a victim? Is she a perpetrator, or is she both? Is that even possible? To really dig into this question about whether Elizabeth Siders could be a victim and both a perpetrator, I want to bring in Dr. Daniel Bober. He's a forensic psychiatrist, and he's been joining me to offer some brilliant commentary on this case. Dr. Bober, thank you so much for coming back on.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Bober, there's been a lot of talk about Elizabeth Siders potentially being a victim here. She was 15 years old when she was married. She was 7 months pregnant, it appears, at the time that she was married, gave birth 2 months after she was married in 2008. And then we know what happened after that, all these other pregnancies. Is it possible that Elizabeth Siders is both a victim and somebody who is guilty of child endangering?
So it's a very interesting question. I think this case, more than a lot of the others, really shows the interface between mental health and the law. And it really demonstrates how when you take the same set of facts, whether you're the prosecution or the defense, you can tell a very different story. And as you pointed out in the beginning, here we have Elizabeth, who marries Gary, herself a child, 15 years old, goes through 18 pregnancies. I think she lost 2 that were conjoined twins. Mm-hmm. And you have to ask yourself, was Elizabeth groomed? Was she isolated? Was she controlled? Was the activities of the family dictated by her husband and the in-laws? She may have been trapped in an environment in what we call coercive control, where she was subject to manipulation, isolation, and didn't really have anyone to turn to. And when I said how you can take the same set of facts and tell a very different story, the prosecution would say, hey, she could have left any time she wanted to. She could have asked for help. But we know there is a well-known psychological phenomenon called battered woman syndrome, which is not an official diagnosis in the DSM, and obviously I have not examined her personally. But in this particular syndrome, we can see the effects of learned helplessness, believing that there's no way out, trauma bonding, where you become psychologically dependent on your abuser, and a situation where you're hypervigilant, you're always looking for threats in the environment, and you don't really feel like you can leave. And this is why a lot of people in the public will say, well, why didn't she just leave? Well, this is the reason. So it will ultimately come down to, I believe, a battle of the experts in this case to show that Elizabeth may not have had the psychological mechanisms or abilities to leave this relationship and may have had less culpability than the prosecution may believe.
We have a lot of nuggets and tidbits coming in, little bits and pieces of information coming in from her brother, who's been posting on Facebook, and then her lawyer. Her lawyer, Tommy Stolley, has said publicly that she does not consider herself a victim, but her brother has been posting on Facebook that things of the, like, she was indoctrinated. She went with another family. One of her other brothers said that as children, he and Elizabeth were badly beaten and abused. He said this on a TikTok live, and that he suggested she got pregnant to get out of the house, which that's happened many times in the past with other people.
So
all of these little tidbits we're getting, and even with.
Let me pause it for a second. Is she talking about Jeremy or Joey?
So I think this one here, she's talking about Joey, but the ones prior, I think she was talking about Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember having this live and having him on our panel because we wanted to find out what the life was like at home.
Yeah.
And this just showed me there's a lot of people out there that watch your TikTok lives.
Yeah, I just had to. Never mind. I'll tell you later.
No, go ahead.
No, I'll tell you later. It's gonna sound. Never mind.
All right.
These little nuggets, there's still so much we don't know. Is it possible that she was quote unquote indoctrinated or what have you, but also made this choice? It's like this strange dichotomy. Also made this choice to go with this family.
Right. So if we look at her as a perpetrator, what we see is that no matter what she was going through, she had a fundamental duty to care for her children and not allow 16 children to live in a 12 by 12 room in human waste. But if we see her as a victim, then we say, but due to her intense abuse, control, manipulation, that, as you say, she was indoctrinated. So maybe the choice wasn't completely hers. If they're going to try to use battered woman syndrome, they're going to need to link it up with expert testimony. And in the state of Ohio, if they're going for the insanity defense, they're going to need to show that because of a mental illness or mental defect that she did not appreciate the wrongfulness of her actions. And in that situation, the obligation is on the defense to prove it by a preponderance of the evidence. So it's going to be, I think, a high bar if they're going for the insanity defense, which is usually associated, by the way, with use of force and not child neglect or endangerment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we still don't know the nature. We know that that neglect certainly is a piece of this puzzle and an allegation in this case. But whether there was other type of abuse going on, emotional, physical, heaven forbid, sexual abuse, we still don't.
No documented evidence of that so far.
Yeah, we don't have any evidence of that so far, and we don't know what the investigation has uncovered. We have no clue. Dr. Bober, we have talked about how the other Siders family members have filed these requests for competency evaluations, and now Elizabeth's lawyer has filed the same request with an added layer. He's saying if she's not competent, or if she is competent, rather, if they find her competent, we want an insanity evaluation. So are you surprised it took this long for Tommy Stolle to file this motion requesting a competency evaluation?
I am a little bit surprised given her background. Again, some of the factors we had spoken about before, her age when she got married, the fact that she was essentially in this household for 2 decades, the conditions for which the kids were living in. And you know, if we look at the motion, the attorney's own direct observations of her behavior and his concerns about the fact that she might be suffering from mental illness. So I think he did so with good reason, and I am surprised it took this long.
Yeah, and it seems like one person did it, and then somebody else did it, and then somebody else did it, and now here comes Elizabeth, really one of the key witnesses in this, because she's the mother of the children, and she's a defendant as well. You know, he's finally coming around and requesting this. What could he potentially be seeing that raises his concern? Do you think maybe she's just like, well, he has said in the past that she doesn't consider herself a victim. I wonder if she's just like, well, what do you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong with what we're doing? And do you think it could be something to that effect? And she's just totally okay with having 18 kids.
It could be something obvious, like she's hallucinating, she's talking to herself, she's disorganized, she's confused. Or it could be something that's more subtle, that after speaking to her, he sees that she's totally disconnected from reality. So whatever it is, there's also a tactical side to all this as well. And I think that's why he's moving forward.
Let's say Elizabeth is found competent, but they still find mental illness in the competency evaluation. You know, just because you're mentally ill doesn't mean that you're not criminally liable.
100%. You can be mentally ill and you can still be competent, and you can be mentally ill and you can still be criminally responsible. So mental illness per se does not mean that you're incompetent or not guilty by reason of insanity. In Ohio, to be found not guilty by reason of insanity, you need to have a mental illness or defect. And because of that mental illness or defect, you are not able to appreciate the wrongfulness of your conduct.
The judge has told the attorneys and the District 9 examiners, that's what they call them, that she wants these evaluations conducted, and she wants it done within 30 days. She wants the report. She wants to know, whether these people are deemed competent, all of this stuff. Is that fairly common that the judge would say, 30 days, I want this on my desk, and file it, and there it is?
Yeah, it's a pretty common time frame. And then if she's found incompetent, and then we start getting into incompetent but restorable, or incompetent but not restorable, then that gets into a whole host of other issues. Will she be sent to a hospital, to some other facility where they will try to restore her competency? And given the seriousness of these charges, it could be a year or more for them to determine. It could be a year or more for them to determine that she's not restorable. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. restoring competency, does that just involve treatment, therapy, medication, or a combination of all of them?
So, medication, psychotherapy, very often psychoeducation, meaning educating the defendant or the client about the court process, seeing if they're able to work with their attorney, if they're able to control their impulses in the courtroom, basically teaching them about the court process and seeing if they retain the information and they're able to work towards those legal objectives.
Attorney Stolley wrote in his motion that he was willing to write directly to the court about what he has observed. Obviously, this is something private that he doesn't want out there in the public.
Right.
He's saying that. He's essentially saying, I'll give it to you, Judge, but I'm not filing it publicly so everybody can read it.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I think that happened with the husband as well, where they were playing their cards very close to the vest. So, it's not unusual for there to be an emphasis on privacy because you don't want, obviously, your private psychiatric records or history out there in the public record. But it seems like there's more to it, that there must be something tactical about it. There must be something strategic in his defense strategy.
Elizabeth, as we mentioned, was a child herself when she got married and when she gave birth to her first child. And then she had all of these subsequent pregnancies. 2008, that's when she got married. Then we have this very odd Facebook post from Gary Jr. in 2014. And it suggests potentially that he was trying to control her. He stated that, hey, this is something to the effect of, this is Elizabeth. If you are putting pictures of me on social media, take them all down. I think we can infer, you and I have been around long enough to know that potentially Elizabeth was not using her husband's Facebook and saying, this is Elizabeth, take all the pictures of me down. Don't share them anyway. What does that tell you?
Yeah, it tells me that there was a high degree of control over her. Think about this. What it would take to hide these kids, to fly under the radar for this long. Is it something that Elizabeth did by herself? Hard to believe. It seems like it was more of a system that was designed by the husband and the in-laws. They had it down to a routine. So I find it hard to believe that she herself was the sole motivation behind these activities.
Well, why would, I'm trying to figure out, why would somebody want to keep children isolated like that? We know from the records that the 6 older children were enrolled in school at some point in time, back in like the 2020, realm or whatever. Why would you want to keep kids isolated? Kids go to school, they play with people. I'm not understanding the logic here, and we haven't gotten any information to explain that. But what are your feelings as a forensic psychiatrist about a potential motivation for keeping children isolated and, as the prosecutor has said, hidden from the public?
Well, we've seen similar cases that could involve the paranoia about government institutions and government control or indoctrination. It could involve a shared delusion about the outside world and being suspicious of their motives. And it could just be that they wanted to control these kids, that they received some gratification from doing that. So it could be any number of reasons. But again, if there is a psychotic disorder, and again, we've seen no evidence of that so far, that could fall under the category of mental disease or defect.
It could, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're not criminally liable.
Right, and that she didn't know it was wrong. In fact, the counter argument to that would be, well, but they made attempts to conceal it, to fly under the radar. So there's some consciousness of guilt there that we need to keep this thing under wraps and hide it from society and from the authorities.
Let's say the prosecutor comes to the conclusion in his evaluation of the evidence in consultation with the 2 special prosecutors he's appointed, that Elizabeth, in some respect, was a victim, but still has criminal liability. You still charge her maybe with some crimes and pursue those crimes. Do you make a deal? I mean, what do you think happens with that decision?
So you can make a deal, or that psychological evidence could be used as mitigation during sentencing. In other words, this crime occurred, I committed this crime, but due to these factors, due to deep-seated psychological abuse, trauma, control, manipulation, learned helplessness, that I, don't have as much culpability, and that can serve as mitigation during sentencing.
Another part of this, Elizabeth has said that through her attorney that she wants to get out of jail on bail and be reunited with her children, but the county is seeking permanent custody of these children. They're not saying this is temporary. They're saying this is permanent. We're going to seek to get these children into foster homes and potentially have them adopted out. That severs the relationship legally.
Yeah, as a child and adolescent psychiatrist, I've been involved in a lot of these cases, and the state is very leery about taking away parental rights completely. We look at obviously the standard of what is in the best interest of the child. So when you terminate parental rights, that has to rise to a very high level where you feel like the children are really in imminent danger. But I have to say, given what we know so far, I don't think they're completely unjustified in taking that position.
I think it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because permanent custody, if the state is taking permanent custody, they will eventually try to find people to adopt those children. That's how it's going to work. And that flags to me, Dr. Bober, that what they're seeing in this investigation is so egregious that there's potentially no going back. Would you agree with that?
I think so. So far, what we've seen, obviously we don't know everything that they know, but it would seem like that's the posture that they're taking for that reason.
And what's so crazy to me about this as well is that somebody registered those kids in school. So I would have to think that Elizabeth Siders was the one who registered those kids for school. I mean, they were registered for school. They were truant. So somebody tried to get them into school at some point. Does that have any type of mitigating effect?
Yeah, it's actually surprising to me because to me that would put them on the radar more. That would make someone know that they weren't where they were supposed to be. So you would almost think that they wouldn't register them and they would, and I quote, homeschool them because they don't want to be on the radar of authorities or people that could potentially expose what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out and how some time in a jail cell by yourself without interacting with the other family members, what that kind of does. In your experience, does that offer some clarity for people as they're sitting in a jail cell and they have time to be by themselves and think by themselves?
It does, but sometimes it can make it worse because if there is a perverse psychological dependence on some of these other family members, that may cause her to have tremendous anxiety. We may be dealing with someone who, is unable to make decisions on her own and is so used to deferring to her husband, to her in-laws, that she may completely fall apart without their support. And I use support in quotes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out and who was quote unquote in charge when all of the facts reveal themselves. Thank you, Dr. Daniel Bober. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Gary Siders Sr. is out of the hospital, and his attorney, Dorian Baum, he tells me that Sr. was able to be transported to the courthouse to sign his signature bond earlier this week. But Baum says nothing has really changed with the case, and he continues to accuse the Ohio Attorney General of exaggerating when it comes to this case. Baum told me in a statement, the Siders family and their extended family have all received threats of violence, including death threats from various corners of the internet, for a case that in no way deserved this sort of attention or anger based on the facts as I've seen them. As a result of this, I have had to be extremely careful about providing any more details than necessary regarding the specific care and or location of Mr. Siders Sr., particularly given the fragile health and mental condition of Mr. Siders Sr. Therefore, I am unable to provide you any further information beyond that. Now, if you want to read more about this case, download our new app. It's called Law and Crime Plus. It's great. Head over to the Siders family case file. We have every document related to the case posted there. And that's it for this episode.
So I think something is really wrong, like obviously really wrong with the girl that had all those children. Like,
After listening to that and listening to her attorney prior, I believe there's something wrong too.
something, yeah, like there was some kind of control going on there for sure. Because
Well, I
I
don't think
saw a
it's just
before and
control. I
after
think
of
it
her,
might be
of
a
that,
little mental.
huh?
I don't think it's just all control. I think it's mental. I think there's some
Oh,
mental stuff going.
absolutely. It's all coming into play. And I was just going to say, I saw a before and after of her, and she was a very pretty girl,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
and is what really blows my mind that
So young.
I'm not comprehending is, me being a foster parent, um, they usually don't just go in and take your kid and immediately adopt them. I mean, they try to reunite them, I mean, with the parents up to at least a year. So for them to not even give her a chance
Right.
and immediately try to get custody of them, I just can't comprehend it.
Mm.
I just don't think that it was. I don't think it could have been just one of them. Because for me, if someone was doing that, whatever relationships I had with them, I would say this is not okay. So I don't think it was one person who was leading or like making the others do what happened to the children. I mean, I've looked at the get. So her husband, how can I put this without being nasty? Her husband is not a slim man, right? And her husband doesn't look like he's been starved in the jail thing. The others are quite skinny, but he's not. So the fact that they're saying it was poverty and like not having access to food, well, I'm sorry, but he looks like he's well fed.
Yeah, he
So
did. Yeah, you're
why
right.
are the others really bony and skinny? And that's my just looking at all four of them, the pictures, because that's what
Right.
and it's like, why is he, on the plump side when they're saying that they didn't have enough money to feed the kids? Because obviously
And and they
he's
were
not ill.
asking why did they hide the children? Like, well, were they getting benefits for them, or do we know?
I don't know. From if you listen to the one part of it, and it says they were getting a yearly benefit. I
Okay.
don't feel. I'm
I
echoing.
was told they weren't getting food stamps, though.
Yeah,
They
me too.
weren't, or they were.
They were not.
Okay. Yeah.
I
So what? I don't get it though. Why
can anybody hear me?
it's not
How?
making sense? You're a little distant, but we can hear you.
Oh, I didn't know. Hold on, let me turn my phone up.
That's better.
Oh, sorry about that. I think that since they weren't getting benefits, I think they were probably claiming them all on their taxes, the way it sounds, because they were saying at the end of the year, well, what do we do
Uh,
at you file taxes and you file them on all those kids.
Yeah, but was
right.
Gary making enough money to file taxes?
Yeah, but even if you weren't, you have kids, so you get that unearned income tax.
Yeah, but you have to work.
I don't
Oh
think.
yeah, I've tried.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would think that you would be able to file. I would think that the Cider seniors, if they were getting Social Security or disability, they would have been able to file them as dependents, right?
Yeah. Did he have any money in the bank? Do we know?
Oh, I have no clue. I wouldn't think so.
But
But
that's
I,
where the
Yeah.
poverty thing doesn't lie right with me, because everybody, who's a parent and that would feed their kids first before yourself, for me, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
he's the only one who didn't look ill to me, if you look at the
How
photos.
do we know the range of ages with all these children, and how many children exactly? Were there 16?
there were 16 kids from the ages of 18 months to 18 years old.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, there's not been anything about the cooking oil. And even if you look at all those pictures, we seen one bottle of cooking oil. That was it.
What was going on with the cooking oil?
Um, they, one of the girls or the guys that worked at the Dollar General said they would come in every night, buy cooking oil and water, sometimes milk and sometimes diapers. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no verification of that anywhere.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good
Hey,
morning,
hey,
Born. How are
Born.
you?
It's so good to see all you girls.
You
Yeah.
too.
Thank you. So wait, did I missed the part? So did they have like well, I guess if anyone was working it was the junior. Um so, or maybe the old man's pension, like his retirement, income. I'm wondering like what incomes did they have? Y'all, if it's so there is a program for the state if you have children that are challenged. Every state has some type of funding for them to help with modifications, with
But
doctors,
that's
all
the
kinds
weird
of stuff.
thing, Born. They weren't on any benefits at all. No food stamps, no disability checks, no nothing. Now we do have verification that Sam, wasn't it Elizabeth that filed for disability and got denied?
But with that, you'd have to, over here in the UK, you have to have assessments and things through school and stuff like that. So if they weren't in the system, then no one was, like you'd have to have like people going to school and observe and things like that if it's children. So if they weren't in the
Well, that was the
system,
mother. That was
then
the
they wouldn't
mother.
get the money, would they?
Well,
Elizabeth is the mother. She filed for disability and got denied. Now the Siders were getting their Social Security, and that's all that they were living on. And then we got verification that Junior didn't have a job,
not
and he
surprising.
only delivered four to five
DoorDash
what
things or whatever you call that.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm lazy, but so I mean they could have been I don't know what their state or town is like, but I'm sure in every state you have these places you go where they give you food according to how many people you have in your home.
Well, they were going to food
Like
banks.
food bank, that's what I was thinking. Food bank, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. So well, I mean, why were they not feeding them kids? I don't understand.
We don't know that they weren't. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're hearing things that, aren't right, but we don't know that they weren't eating. I mean, they were going to the food banks. There was food in the house. I mean, I wouldn't have eaten anything out of the freezer or the refrigerator.
I know, poor kid.
And we don't know how much they were getting to eat, but we do know that Elizabeth and Christina was going to the food banks because Christina had even took some of the older kids to the food bank with her. And they had two vehicles. Like, none of it makes sense. None of it.
Do we know if they had insurance on their vehicles?
No, don't know that either.
Guess more is going to come out later. I wonder if anybody's going to pull up the fires on them.
I
On that
want
stuff.
to.
Do you?
I want to.
Okay, I'll pitch in. If you, if you do it, send me a text or call me.
I really do.
Maybe a few of us could all pitch in. And,
That would be awesome.
yeah. See how much it is, and then we can maybe pitch in to find out. Because that way we're not just wondering, like, well, no, really no.
Right. I would love to hear the kids speak out because we do know that a couple of them had TikTok. We've seen them, we've read them.
Really, I missed that.
We know that Linda, which I'm sure that's where Gary Sr. is now that he got released from the hospital. I'm sure he's with Linda.
Wait, so so senior got released from the hospital, but did they put him back in, or is he like in a nursing home or something?
I don't think he's in a nursing home. I think he's with Linda. I know that there was some paperwork that came out Oh, I'd have to go back and find it. I'm not 100% sure, but I just think he's with her. But yeah, they released him. They released him from the jail because they said if they kept him in jail, that his medical would bankrupt the state of Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
Only the grandfather's out, not the grandmother.
Okay,
Okay.
Linda's the wife, his wife, huh?
No, Linda is the daughter.
Oh,
So you have Christina and Gary Sr., that is the mom and dad. And then you have
Okay.
Gary Jr., that married Elizabeth.
Who
The
had all the
county.
children?
Yes, the county, not the state. Sorry about that, Rachel. Thank you.
yeah. Wait, so
And then the 16 children.
who is Linda?
Linda is Christina and Senior's daughter, which had been to that house to visit, and we have verification of that.
Oh, yes,
And
I
I would
seen
really,
that.
I've been talking to her, and I would really love her to come on panel and talk to us.
Has the DNA thing been done yet?
Yes, DNA has been done.
And they're all hers and her husband's.
She says they are, but they haven't released anything.
Oh, right, okay.
I have no doubt that they're all hers.
No.
There's all the hospital proof. She gave birth to all of them. So.
Well, if they're saying that she wasn't like part of that and didn't want the kids, then is that not SA though? If she didn't want babies, you know what I mean? Is that not the R? Because
What do you mean she didn't want babies?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying if they're saying she wasn't complicit in having so many babies, then was she complicit in having unprotected things? Sorry, I'm not very good with finding different words.
Oh,
Just saying, like if they're saying she's not mentally wanted so many babies, then
I mean, she stated herself that they were a blessing from God. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
it's not like she didn't know what, like how it.
Did she have all these kids in a hospital?
She did.
No.
Yes, she
did. She? All of them? Don't know.
Yeah, she had all of them in a hospital. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Is this right that when COVID came, that town didn't have school for a whole year? So then
Correct.
that's when the kids stopped going to school?
Yep. And they never went back.
Never enrolled them back in. Wow. This is just a sad story, and I'm so confused on so much of it, I guess, because I don't have the answers, It's just crazy to me because, I mean, she could have gotten WIC. That would have gave them all their milk, their cereal, their, even baby formula, like everything.
Yeah.
Their shots. She could have gotten birth control free. She could have. So I don't understand, like, why have all these kids and not take care of them? If financially you can't, but I mean, there are programs out there that help. I don't understand.
Yeah, but that would have the state know where they were living, but I can't understand. The only thing that I can figure out that they was running from the state for was because they were looking for them for truancy. But I mean, you already had them in school, so I don't understand why they didn't put them back in school.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know why they were hiding, why they were trying to fly under the radar.
It makes you wonder, like, golly, they had to have an odor to them. They had to, whatever their house smelled like the kids, or what, they had to have that smell in their clothes and in their pores, even, you know what I'm saying, their hair. And maybe the teachers have reported them to the state before, and after this, they stopped. I don't know. Have y'all heard anything about anything like that?
Well, there was another house that they moved out of, but there was no, I think the thing that gets me is when they were in school, there was no DHS reports.
Sounds
Maybe
like
it
they
wasn't
were
like
most
that then.
likely paranoid,
Maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe it's just the last few years or since then. And that's why, maybe after COVID, something went wrong or something,
Something.
you know, that someone was ill or whatever, and that's when it started slipping. So that's when they kept them away
There was 6 of them in school, right, Sam?
all the
Was there
time.
6 of them? The 6 oldest ones?
Oh, right, okay. Well, I don't know why they wouldn't say anything either, really, if, you know.
Do what?
I said, I don't know how the older ones would not say something either because, you know, teenagers and stuff. Why they wouldn't say anything to teachers or anybody?
Well, there might not have been anything going on for them to tell.
No.
Or they might have been told, you know, what goes on in this
Yeah,
house, stays in this house,
yeah.
we don't say nothing, they're gonna take y'all from us, you'll never gonna see us. I mean, no telling. This is like a puzzle that has so many missing pieces right now.
Yeah, conditioned, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. But then you have to think, in order for kids to go to school, they have to be up to date on their shots as well.
Right, and that's free though. They can get that for free. I don't understand. You know, they go to the health unit and get that for free, just like the birth control.
Yeah.
I mean, states offer a lot of stuff for people like them. Now, look, a lot of people take, you know, we have people that take advantage of the system and will lie, cheat, and steal, you know, and then you have people like them that did nothing for their kid. Like, what is going on?
But then we see pictures of birthday parties, we see pictures of kids, and we see them clean. So, and then we see pictures of the house, but we've not seen anything of the kids.
I've never seen a birthday party. I must have missed y'all live that day. The kids look like, or the birthday. I didn't know they even gave them birthday parties. Yeah, well, at least they did that for them. But
Yeah, there's just so much that we don't know, you know. And how bad were the 2 that went to the hospital, or all the kids that went to the hospital? Did they just take them? We don't know. Was it bug bites? Were they really, you know, were they really dying? I mean, we don't know.
How can we find out that stuff? Like, I guess not unless one of the family comes forward and talks to us on here, like you was saying.
Yeah, and then, you know, there was a guy that bought the other house that they moved out of, and, you know, he had to even replace the concrete because it was so bad. And he said it looked like people were living in the attic. And I mean, I don't know. It's just a really wild story to me.
Yes, wow, this is so sad. And y'all, God, I hate to think this way, but y'all, maybe not with 16 of them, but there's so many other people out there in this world like this, and we just don't know about yet. Or, so, you know, they can't be the only one.
No, they can't be the only ones. They can't.
Yeah.
No. No. I just find it wild that they had neighbors and nobody knew that those kids were in there. Yeah.
Kind of hard to believe, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Sam, are you there? Sam must be cooking breakfast.
I mean, even at the windows and things, you know what I mean? Passing and seeing someone at the window, or I don't know. It's weird. Under noise. I know they're not close, though, are they? The houses, because someone said that, aren't they? They're quite spaced out.
There was houses. I mean, you could see there was a trailer park across the railroad tracks right across the street that you could see the house from. Crystal inbox me. I would love to hear about it. Or you can come up here now if you send a request and tell us about it. Yeah, Annie, and that could be that they don't want to get involved, but I mean, somebody's going to have to speak up. And I really want to know, you know, what the kids were like when Linda went and visited. I mean, somebody knows something.
Yeah, Linda has. So the police questioned Linda, correct?
I would imagine, yes. I would.
Yeah, I would think so too. I would think everybody. Oh, Crystal, you must be on private.
Hey, Crystal, I tried to follow you back.
Okay. I'll have to get it. Can y'all hear me okay? I haven't been in a box in ages.
Yeah, you're great. Go right ahead.
Okay. There, and I wish I could figure out how to get more attention on this case. It just angers me. But there's a local case, and and some of the questions y'all were asking made me think of this case. There was a well-to-do family, and they say when after the husband had an affair, that's when the stepmom started abusing the oldest child. But COVID is what let him slip through the cracks. She had her kids were on my kids' baseball team. Everybody knows this family. I never knew this older kid existed. For 4 years, he's been locked inside this house or made to sleep in a horse trailer or ditch or tent outside, starved. There was a camera in there and like a bucket. But they were like the hoity-toity family. And they had 3 kids. And that's where I struggle. They have 3 kids that go to school. Did they never have sleepovers? How did and I know it's the psychological thing. But to think that these 3 children, probably a senior, maybe just graduated, or a junior, they're older, and then an 11-year-old, think that like they would go on vacations, they would go out to eat, and mind you, they're on a $7,500 bond.
Wow.
The only reason that kid finally got help is the dad came home and was like, okay, he is going to unalive. And so they took him far away, because it's small town, far away to a hospital. And she tried to convince the doctors that he has an eating disorder and that's why he's so small. Well, they watched him gain 10 pounds a week and quickly started investigating. I know they just arrested grandma because they were able to, I assume, subpoena, like maybe their Vivint security system. They got some outdoor audio where they were letting the kid decide which tent he wanted, or if he wanted the ditch or the Spider-Man tent. God. And he's like, the Spider-Man tent blocks more of the wind. But horrible. And that's where it's just like trying to think about, like, she coached, and I know these people. Never knew this kid. And it's like, what is the psyche of the, so thinking, just thinking about all of these kids, I can't imagine. But it was COVID that I wonder how many children have been failed because have fallen through the cracks because of COVID. That was the thing. She was able to withdraw him from public school during COVID, and he just never enrolled back. The schools made reports. The biological moms made reports. There's been endless reports, but it's been swept under the rug until she took him finally to the hospital, and he was 16, I think 5'8"-ish. I'll send you the stuff. And I think he was at 82 pounds, 92 or 82 pounds.
Oh my God.
And he gained 10 pounds a week in the hospital, and they've seen how he was eating, and they were like, this kid isn't, because she said that he would eat and then make himself sick. But it was like a punishment because his dad had an affair. And then what angers me is that child's dad adopted her 2 older children. And so there's 4 kids in the house, only one shared biologically. And this one child is locked in a room with a camera, a sheet, and a bucket. Or made to sleep outside.
And what state is this?
Oklahoma.
What part of Oklahoma?
Western.
Because I'm in Oklahoma City.
Oh, you are? I'm 2 hours west of you. Oh, even better. So I'll have to send it. But that's the same with this state. County. I tried turning in a case that had audio and video, and I was blown. They disregarded me. And then my best friend, she turned her sister in. I think it was 17 or 19. I'm terrible at numbers. Times. He had been nearly unalived as a baby, and then she got the baby back. And anyway, he was being starved, and he was blind, had cerebral palsy, all these things from the infant abuse. She gets the baby back. The sister reports 17 or 19 times because she's not using the feeding tube. Finally, they take him, and he was adopted by an amazing family in the city, a couple that adopt terminally ill children. And he unalived from that abuse about 2 years ago. He would be now 11. And the mom is, her, long as she would sign over her rights, there was no punishment for her.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, she's walking free. Just relinquish her rights.
Now, on the other case, is the mom and dad both in jail, or are they both out on bond?
They're out on $7,500 bond.
And
That's
have
nothing. That's
now, where,
nothing.
$7,500 bond.
now where's their other kids? I imagine they don't have them,
Never lost them.
so they
Oh
still
my
have
God.
them.
The three. Yes. And
No.
she was,
I'm
I'm sorry,
go
she
ahead.
was supposed to not be around like the school because she was like softball coach, all of these things. And she was supposed to, not come to the programs and do all of these things. And she slowly started showing face again. And she just walks around all of the events and all of these things as if she just is waiting on trial for a speeding ticket.
Jesus Christ.
Has anybody talked to her? I mean, that you know of?
Shockingly, even like the local, like, how it is, small towns. I think we're about 12,000 population. So one of our long-standing car dealerships, they will be fighting people in like Facebook comments about, you don't judge the situation. A lot of people actually are defending them.
You're kidding.
No. And so that's why the mom has really had a hard time trying to get support. They recently had, there was a Facebook post. I'll send you all this stuff. They recently had a court date and didn't notify the victim. And I remember seeing that. The biological mom it was something to do with the mom and stepdad, and they had a court date and didn't even bother notifying the child.
Okay, so that boy that happened to, he was with his bio father, but not his bio mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
now
right.
he's back with bio mom, thankfully. And it's kind of blurry. I don't know if she had her own struggles. I don't know how doors weren't removed from houses to get her child. It was I've been told like, they just wouldn't let him come, but she like knew and made reports. I would have gotten my child.
Right.
I don't, nicest way I can say it on TikTok.
Right.
And so, but they have him now, and like occasionally he got a sandwich. But I wish I could remember the specifics. I'll send you the affidavit, but it was 10. I remember 10 pounds a week. I think that kid's put on like 60 or 70 pounds.
And so when is their court date?
I'm hearing, I want to say, because I want to go sit in on the trial, and I've got a friend that's real close to the family, and she keeps me updated on things. And I want to say it's here in a couple of weeks is when trial starts.
Wow. I would be definitely interested in that, yes.
Yeah. If I'm going to message you, and then if you have an email, it might be easier to send you some things. But I just, like, it's enraged me that, I follow things online, and I did not know this was happening in my town with a family that I know. I mean, all of the baseball games, I never knew this kid existed. That is crazy to me.
I
That is pretty
wonder.
bizarre.
It is a sick. I wonder if, like, was he maybe ADHD or something and didn't know how
No,
to.
he had, sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
She has a son the same age, And I've been told that pre-COVID, he was very athletic. He's very smart, and he was like almost competition for her son. And then between that and when the dad had an affair, these are just rumors, but that's when she started neglecting him because he was, her son. She wants him to be the star sports kid, or all the things, and he was competition.
Well, heck, I mean, you'd think you'd be happy to have
Yeah,
two like
two of
that. You know what
them,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah. Like, what is wrong with
Yeah,
people? Now, why that
and
husband didn't make her sleep in the ditch?
exactly why. And from my understanding, they make it out like he, works out of town a lot. I've seen him at school pickups far too often than maybe he did, but you were in town a lot. And then he, I guess, came back from working and finally, got his appendages out of her purse and said, "We're taking him to the hospital."
I think it's horrible when it's even worse when it's only one child. Can you
Yes.
imagine watching
Yes.
the other two go to school and get presents and whatever?
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of that as well, where it's just for whatever reason, it's just one child instead, and out of 3 or 4, and
Yes.
that's just that's horrible.
Well, and
To have
that's
like a
where
favorite and things.
that is what just like I can't imagine these kids who go out to eat and who go on vacations, who do all of these things, and then there's just a sibling locked in there. Now the older
Yeah.
two have actually gotten into, well, especially the brother has gotten into fights. I guess they both have because they blame the child. That's how much damage there's been to their psyche that he ruined their family. The kid did. And so if anybody wore like a justice for the little boy's shirt or a post or something, the older kids would, lose it. And and I'll tell you what, even a church member, a youth leader pulled a classmate into the office and said, she's been going through a lot and you really need to loosen up on her, the sister, because I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like disgusting how coddled and favored and the support really. But I can't imagine those kids. Like, so you've never had a sleepover, I assume, or do you just say, "Don't open that door"? It's the, I mean, what do you like? That just blows my mind.
Now, I have a question. I'm sorry if I missed it. Where's the birth mother of this boy?
She's always been around locally. I think she got into some substances and is kind of what I've gathered. And now she's back on the right track and has him. Why she didn't fight harder, to my understanding is she's like made reports and things, but I would have had my child back. They just kind of said that, well, the dad would say, the boy doesn't want to go with you. He's staying here. And I guess they just all accepted. I can't understand the maternal grandparents and the mom who live 30 minutes away and have been aware of all this, like how more noise was not made by them.
So
And
they
when
were aware of what they were doing to the young boy, or
I think to an extent, or they knew at least that he, things weren't great. Yes. I can't say if they knew an extent to an extent or anything, but I do know that she had made reports herself. The school has made reports. But why? And that was the other thing. The DHS had come out a couple of times, but they always told them like, "Hey, we're going to come by tomorrow," and so she would remove the locks and all of that.
and so they had the little boy scared he never would talk.
Yeah, I guess I guess so, because if they ever interviewed him, why? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to send you. I have the affidavit or witness, whatever it is. I have a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
And like
I'll
I say,
inbox you my
following
email.
stuff across the United States, and to know up the road from me this is happening is enraging.
Yeah, I will send you my email
Yeah.
because it'd be easier to send the stuff there. But I'm interested in it, and that would
Yeah.
be cool if you are going to go to the
Yeah,
trial.
if y'all have any suggestions, I've never set in on anything, but I just want to go be another face for that child, and to let her know that that everybody's on your side. Because
And
it's
how
really,
old is he now?
he now would be, I want to say 17, because he was 16. This was last year. He probably 17.
And this went on from what age?
Four,
Do you
I want to
know?
say 4 years, roughly. My understanding, roughly, give or take.
Wow. Yes, I'd love to read into that and see.
Yeah. So I'll send you. It's just when y'all were talking about COVID and siblings, I was like, this is just crazy. So anyway, but I will definitely send you that. And yeah, thank you, Annie. I just don't like. I'm just gonna make me cry. Like, I follow things online, and I try to advocate anywhere I can.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to help you.
This child, it's heartbreaking
That
that
is.
I didn't even know existed. Many of us didn't. Now, longtime residents, I've lived here 7 years, but longtime residents, they knew of him. Some kids knew of him before he was pulled from school, but a lot of us didn't. I talked to some, baseball coaches and other moms, and nobody knew this kid existed.
But the ones that knew him as a jock, it's funny that like people weren't questioning where's
Where's he at?
exactly.
Exactly.
I don't
And
understand that.
I'm assuming because of her social status. I don't even know what's so fancy about neither one of her or her husband, if I'm just going to be frank. But they're not like the Snyders, I guess, is they maintain a outer, well put together Jones is on the corner with a white picket fence persona. And so I think people, well, that, and she's a massive B word. I don't know if y'all cuss over here. So I don't know if
Yeah.
it's just,
We do.
I
like
try not to, but I have a potty mouth
she's,
sometimes.
she's awful. And the way she used to be when we would play against them in T-ball, I can't imagine how she was with that child. But yeah, I don't understand where was his voice, the people that knew he existed, his family, the mom, he's now with his mom and maternal grandparents. Where were y'all all of these years? You see them posting, they would, and then my understanding, because they just arrested the stepmom's mom, and by reading the affidavit on that, she pretty much, like, when they would leave him locked in a room or made to live or be out in the horse trailer and things, that grandma would go and check on him, make sure he hadn't taken off, type thing, while they're.
So she was enabling the situation.
Yeah, and so I was glad to see that she was recently arrested as well. But yeah, there's still. I'll see the mom today at the school picking up her kid right next to mine, and that is insane to me. She never lost those kids.
Take a picture.
Yeah, yeah. I've got, like I say, because I've got a friend that's knows them, and so she's always kept me in the loop, and so I've got quite a bit of things that I can send you, and it's I don't even know how to censor some of the things here, but it's so
Right.
bothersome. But I thank y'all for letting me come up, and
No problem
that's
at
a finally
all.
fun something like I could talk to, because I like following true crime and things, but it's crazy when it's going on, and
And you're that
just,
close to it.
yeah,
Chris,
and
That
then
was
just
kind
to
of
be.
like That was kind of like a little boy out of Chickasha. I was actually boots on the ground looking for him, R.J. Davis, and that was a really, really sad situation too.
Weren't you near the girl? Wasn't there some girls up by Chickasha? A little girl or something. Recently, was there a girl?
Well, no, it was a little boy, and they would like take him to the hotel every Friday night. But I've got all the paperwork on it, but the mom and dad were both abusing him. And a matter of fact, during the court records, she wasn't even allowed around her dogs, if that tells you anything.
Wow. And that
Yeah.
was Chickasha?
Yeah. And he ran. Yeah. Just look up RJ Davis. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Well, I'll send you that. I'm going to gather a little PDF or something for you now, and I'll send you over everything I have, and then just let me know. And then if there's anything more than just sitting, I'll definitely go sit over there during court. Just anything that I have to, because the well-respected people in town, they support this family.
Yeah, I might just drive up and join you.
You're about an hour 45 minutes, so
yeah, not far at all.
That would be awesome. So I like all you guys. I appreciate you, and I'm going to send that over now. Thank you for letting me come up.
Well, if you'll inbox me on here real quick, and then as soon as I get off of here, I'll send you my email.
Okay, perfect.
And then it'll be easier.
Yes, thank you, hon.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much for sharing that story with us. I am invested.
Yes,
I'm
thank you
invested.
guys.
Yeah, absolutely. That is just, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. There's so many stories out there. Sam, are you okay? Are you there?
Sam's cooking us breakfast.
That's what I think. I wish she cooked me some breakfast. Let's see. Sorry, I was replying back to her. Yeah, that's wild. And that's only an hour and a half from me. So, we're talking about all different cases. All different cases. That's such a sad story. Suzanne, do an extra mile for me.
Right, me too.
Thank you, Crystal. Yeah.
Thank you, Crystal.
I think Sam went back to sleep. That's what I think.
She might have.
She was up all night.
Oh, really? Were y'all live late last night or something?
No. Oh. I think she was just up with kids. I don't think she slept very well.
Oh, I am.
Suzanne says she's huffing and puffing after 1 mile.
Hey, baby girl, it's a start, Susan. I should
Tammy,
jump on my treadmill too.
Tammy, what do you mean? Can you help? What do you need help with? We'll see what we can do. It is hard to talk about cases that you're involved in for sure, or that you're close to, especially when you kind of hit a dead end road and you don't know what to do, and the best thing you can do is what you did. I didn't see Tam. Hold on, let me see. Let me look. Tammy, it must have been censored. Do you want to come up? Do you want to come up in the box, Tammy, and explain? I think it might be censoring whatever you're writing. Oh, wow, Aware. Do you want to come up, Aware, and tell us about your story? Shoot, we'll get all these cases out there. What county is it? Where do you need it at? Okay, I understand where. Oh, I know exactly where that's at. I'm actually from Branson, so not far from there. Yeah. Um, Tammy, are you needing it for yourself? Okay, I'm gonna screen. I will look it up. Um, are you in a place where you can call 988? And are you in a safe place now? Are you in a safe place now, Tammy? 988 will help you. I don't know what state or anything you're in.
I was about to ask if she mentioned what state. Is there anything we can do?
Well, she's asking for a permanent mental health place. And I don't know what state or anything she's in.
We can help you if you give the information we need. We can help you get the help. We will research the nearest location, or if you have insurance, on the back of your insurance card there should be a contact number that you can reach out to someone. Also, like Sheshed said, 988. You can call them,
Well, she
or you
said she called 988 and that they didn't help her, but I don't know why they wouldn't help her.
if you feel comfortable messaging Sheshed or one of us girls, what state you in, and we can see what we can do for you.
Absolutely. Yes, Tammy, well done for reaching out. Can you come up in the box where we can talk to you? It might be easier than trying to type because I think some of your stuff's getting censored and I'm not seeing it. We're glad you found us too, Crystal. We're trying to figure it out, Pretzi. She's needing some mental health. Tammy, are you still in here? I don't know where she went. Okay, Tammy, can you jump up in the box and like let me know where you're at? Or I mean, I can get off now and call you. Can you please answer if you're in a safe place right now? Do you want to just come up in the box and just chit chat for a minute and take your mind off of things?
No one will judge you, I promise. No criticizing, nothing.
Mm-mm.
We're here for you. We're here for you, whatever you need.
Yeah, well, it's a safe place here.
Tammy, are you in the United States? I just requested to follow you. And yes, your info will be safe. You don't have to tell me exactly where you're at. But if you need me to get off a panel and send you my phone number, I will.
She said, can you do it from your iPad?
I don't know if I can or not. I'm trying
That
right
way,
now.
yeah, I'm wondering if she like, I don't know how it works because I don't use more than one device when I don't go live like y'all. I just like to hang out with you girls. I'm wondering if you can go like on your iPad and see if you have any DMs. If she sends you
Yeah, and
one.
let me, hold on, guys. Let me see something. Okay, Tammy, can you tell me what town you're in? For some reason, it won't let me click on her profile. Um, hold on. Um, Tammy, I am fixing to message you from a backup account. Guys, can you cover the panel for a second? While I'm doing this,
Yes, ma'am.
because I can't watch chat and do it. Let's see. Um,
Yeah, I
Yeah, I think the
requested to
account's
follow her too,
private.
but she's
Yeah.
private.
her account's private. I can't even inbox her. Yeah. Tammy, can you unprivate your
Oh dear,
account
so
so that I can inbox you? Oh, Sam, we need you. Yeah, you haven't lost us. You can be here with us.
you know what? I'm so glad that they do it in this live though, because some lives would have, you know what I mean? If they'd have put that in some lives, it wouldn't be the same reception, would it? So I'm glad that they did it in here.
Absolutely agree.
I did Dreamer, but her post is private and I can't even inbox her my phone number to get off of here and call.
Yeah, she would have to, honey, you would have to get down from the chat, unprivate, and then let Sheshed send you her phone number, and then you can go back on private.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's me. My number's been doxed. Yeah, just keep talking to us, Tammy. Only internet. That's fine. If you unprivate your account, I can inbox you right now and we can just chat.
Tammy, please know that this is a safe space.
Very safe.
These girls here are like this is an amazing group of girls up here. So please, like, talk to Sheshed at least.
Yeah, because I get it. I lost my son and I would not want that for anybody. Your life matters. Even if everybody else is gone in your life, you're still here and you can make a difference too. Tammy, are you still in here?
Yeah, she's there.
We will do anything that we can do. Even if you just want to keep chatting in the chat, you can just keep talking to us in the chat. Oh, don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize. But yes, we definitely need to chat. Sorry guys, my allergies are so bad. So Tammy, can you tell us what state you live in? Yeah, that's the thing. Somebody can get to you. Somebody can figure it out. We have people all over the United States, the UK, and it's not a bad thing. No. And the first step is reaching out and saying that I need help.
That's the hardest part, is reaching out, but you've done it.
Yeah. And now you got 58 people in here willing to help you. You just got to let us know what state or close or inbox one of us so that we can help. That's what we're here for. It's a community, a safe community. And I'm in Oklahoma. Everybody put what state you're in the chat. And maybe she can reach out to whoever is closest to her. And maybe that'll make her feel more at ease. That's all right. Even though you're in Canada, she might be in Canada. We don't know. How old are you, Tammy?
She said you don't understand they'll put her on the streets. I'm not sure what that means.
No, not yet.
And you don't have to say exactly. You could just say teens, 20s, 30s, something like that.
Yeah.
50. Okay, 15. Okay. Thank you for answering that.
58. So you're a year older than me, Tammy. You're a year older than me. Can you follow me back so that I can inbox you? I sent you a follow.
I sent a follow
So
to it's still private.
so Tammy, where are you staying now that you're afraid that they will put you out on the street? Okay, and so you do have people around you. And are you saying you're afraid that they will put you out if they know that you have some problems going on right now? Because sometimes you might think that, but you might be surprised if you tell them they would probably help you.
They're going to what, Tammy?
Tammy, what makes you think that they would put you out? We're just going to talk to her in the chat because she's not following me back or. Sorry, Suzanne, I didn't see that you requested.
My screen got, oh no, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
What I was going to say is TikTok has a new feature. I don't know if everyone has it. I just noticed it a few days ago where you can call in TikTok direct messages.
Oh.
Yeah, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of a conversation you're having on TikTok, it'll have a little phone. Now, I have not tried it yet. And like I said, I don't know if everyone has it, but I just noticed it.
Oh. I heard about it, but I hadn't
Yeah,
seen it, and I
it's
can't
out.
look while I'm on here.
Yeah, you can turn it off, but I think you have to go in and turn it off. I think it's available to everyone. You know, it's like Facebook Messenger. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
gotcha.
Yep. So, Tammy, if you unprivate your account and start DMing with anyone on here,
Anybody that you feel comfortable with.
it might have the little phone in the upper right hand corner and you can talk to people. And there's lots of people here that are ready to help you, hon.
Yeah,
Uh,
all you got to do
I've
is
recently been there myself. Like, you need to talk, you know?
and you call places. But Tammy, we need to know what state you're in first. We need.
Yeah, she
Can you
said,
tell us?
from what I gathered, I don't think she's in the States. Did everyone else gather that?
But that's okay. There's other people in here that's in
Sure,
Canada that's
sure,
willing to help.
absolutely. And we can find you help.
Yeah, and it
Um,
might just be a problem solver that we can help with.
it
You're in.
depends, Tammy. If things are going to be permanent, I mean, you got to go through a whole process. You got to go and get evaluated. That's the first step, and then they'll decide what plan of action you'll have. Oh, you are in the States. Okay, that's good.
Well, is
Yeah.
she saying she's in the States or is she in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. Where you at, Tammy? Just give us a area.
And any phone you can call 911. I think from what I'm gathering, I think she's having some issues, and I think it's a little bit of a panic that she's afraid if she tells the people that she's living with that she's okay, good, Tammy. Good. So she's going to go to the hospital,
Oh,
and I
good.
think she
Okay.
is afraid that if she tells them that they're going to kick her out. And so I think that's why she's feeling like she needs something permanent. Tammy, please check back in with us, okay? And I'm
Yeah.
proud of you for going to the hospital.
Oh, and you got a beautiful little girl. If that's your little girl in that picture, she's adorable.
And my
You'll be
inbox is
okay.
always open.
You'll be okay, Tammy.
Yes. Let us know when you leave the hospital or as soon as you can.
Yes, and thanks for reaching out for help.
Yes.
For
If there's
sure.
anything we can do, just let us know.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, that was got my heart rate going this morning. I might need another cup of coffee.
Yeah,
You know,
I think we
it's
all do.
it's amazing how, she said, I can't thank you enough for doing this live because, we heard different stories that we want to look into, and then we have someone that is asking for help. I mean, that's amazing,
It's
you know?
amazing that people will feel comfortable enough to go to, certain people or certain panels, not just
Mhm.
a certain creator, just that they know that they can go and ask for help. And that's what this TikTok should be about instead of just all drama everywhere. So it's been amazing this morning
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
because you never know who's going to come in um,
And
to ask
listen.
for help.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And it might be something little and it might be something big, but I want to thank the chat. I want to thank everybody that was in the chat and everybody that was on the panel, that you all were kind to her and you helped her and made her understand how important it was to just go to the hospital, and that we'd still be here when she gets back, and she's got
Yeah,
57 new friends.
that's
Right.
right.
So, woo.
Y'all are some beautiful women. I love y'all.
Get
Oh,
Like,
yourself another coffee, Stace.
man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah, my allergies have been kicking. I took some cough medicine. It's helping a little bit, but um oh, and now we've got another case to follow. Sam, did you hear about the new case where you're going to really dig into it?
oh, she's gonna really, yeah, she's gonna go down that rabbit hole. We thought you were cooking breakfast, but you was giving haircuts.
He's
Yeah,
doing
why didn't you
haircuts.
holler
I
at
love
me? I
that.
would have told you about the haircuts.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was, Pretzi. Yeah.
Yes, 100.
Very strong. Very, very, very. I'm so glad that she reached out. And even if she doesn't unprivate her account, as long as she just reaches back out and says, I'm good. That's, yeah. Yeah, we do need a mental health group, and we got one here. I will always tell everybody, you can reach out to anybody on this panel, anybody in the chat, Yeah, new cases, and I think that's a lot of it. I really feel like when we are covering these chats or these cases, I think a lot of it is very overwhelming, and sometimes you just have to break it up and see that we're all people and everybody needs to just take time for themselves
Yeah.
and their mental health. And that's why I always tell my mod, you guys don't have to be on panel all the time. You don't have to be in the chat. Everybody has a life and everybody needs a break.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, I had to. I'm scared sometimes to come on this app. I won't lie. Like,
And you should never have to feel that way.
it's
Well, I will tell you, yes, definitely look at my page, but I will say that I do have a pin post of my son. Um, and it says, "What's the greatest lie you ever told?" I'm fine. And sometimes we say we're fine and we're not.
Yeah.
And but yeah, feel free to look at my page. He served in Iraqi freedom at the age of 18, and yeah, lost him 3 years ago to PTSD one,
oh wow.
and it's been a hard road.
I can't imagine. I can't even imagine.
Yes, the
So
learning
sorry.
piece has been very, very triggering.
Mm.
But I just hang in there. I'm kind of tongue tied right now, so I'm going to stop that there. But yes, feel free to look at my page. Feel free for anybody to reach out anytime, day or night. And if you're not fine, just say you're not fine. There's days I'm not fine. I can be not fine 1 minute and then the next minute go, oh, okay, I'm okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But God got a really good guy. Really good guy.
I bet.
It's okay not to be okay. Yes.
Oh, God, I'm gonna.
So, I'm excited about this new case and I'm hoping Sam got to hear it. If Crystal don't mind us picking it up, because I'd love to join her in it. You didn't, Sam? Do you want to hear about it? Because I bet Crystal would get back up here and tell the story again.
And I wonder, Crystal, you
Okay.
think like maybe if you agree that Sheshed can cover this, you think maybe your girlfriend would be willing to maybe one day come up, being she's friends of the family, and speak on it? If I'm asking for too much, I mean, and the girl wouldn't want, that's fine. It would just help maybe answer questions and stuff. That's all.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I don't, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Sheshed wouldn't mind the friend coming up too.
No, not at all. I would definitely hold a panel for it. I accepted her request, but I don't know where she went. Oh, I guess I didn't.
About to bark. Oh gosh. Okay. I thought the dogs were gonna bark. Yeah. As soon as I get back from church and you end and send me your email, I will send you all of the paperwork. But it's a case
I'm sorry,
about an
I
hour.
did need a request.
Oh, about an hour and a half from the host, and it's local to me, and it's a well-to-do family that has had a little boy or a teenager locked in a room with a bucket sheet and camera and made to sleep outside often. I didn't even know he existed. They have 3 other kids in school that goes on vacation, plays sports, and he's just left to choose between a Spider-Man tent or a ditch to sleep a lot of times.
And that's her stepson that she's doing this to.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, it was. Yes, it's the dad and stepmom, and after COVID, she was able to not withdrawing back in school or putting back in school and kind of fly under the radar, and he had lost so much weight that the dad was concerned that he was going to pass. So they took him to Oklahoma City to the hospital, and the stepmom tried to convince the doctors that he has an eating disorder and that's why he was so tiny. And after quickly seeing he eats everything, he doesn't regurgitate, like all the things she was saying, they realized quickly this isn't, what they said. So they're unfortunately never lost custody of their 3 other children, $7,500 bonds. And it is mind-blowing how just, I don't even think you could call it a slap on the wrist. It's, I probably have been treated worse over a speeding ticket.
It just amazes me how some people, and I think it depends in the county that you live in, like who you know.
It's 100%. They were well respected, or unfortunately still are. And like when they posted their mugshots to locally, that stuff gets posted, the amount of support and people fighting back saying, you don't be so quick to judge, you don't know the truth, and all of that is quite disgusting.
Especially when there's proof that he was
Yes.
having to sleep outside and he wasn't
Yeah.
getting to eat and the other
Yeah.
kids were, and he wasn't at the ball games, but the
Ball
other
games,
kids were.
restaurants, vacations. I did find one picture, and you'll know right away which kid it is. I did find one picture where they did take him on a vacation, and you can tell right away he looks out of place. They're photoshopped in there. It's terrible. But it's just, I'm still recovering from hoping Tammy's okay. I'm kind of scatterbrained. But
Oh, you're fine.
it's just, it bothers me that because they are, quote, a well-respected family and she's the coach and she does all of these things, that they get such a pass. But also there's been a lot of issues with this judge, who is great for a lot of things. She's a real soft-spoken, understanding woman. I've enjoyed her with some things I've had to meet her for. But when it also comes to some of these other things, she's far too lenient, and in my opinion, even with the little boy that passed away, all the girl had to do was sign over her rights and no punishment.
That is so sad.
Yes, and then there's some really disturbing allegations in there, and then like I say, and it's not just his weight, and he said, she said, they subpoenaed, I'm assuming, like a Vivint security system, and they were able to pull audio, and it's the stepmom and grandma on the phone together, and they are discussing, and then you can hear them talking to the little boy, and it's like about a Spider-Man tent, and he's like, well, the wind is blowing pretty bad. I'll do the Spider-Man tent. It's a little warmer. They go over the whole conversation. It's so disturbing.
So let me fill Sam in for just a second. So Sam, this is Crystal, and she had these kids that played on a softball team with her kids, and I think the mom was a coach. Well, all these years that the town has known this woman, they didn't know that there was another kid involved that they had kept locked up with a bucket and a blanket and made to sleep outside.
Horrible.
And then they would go on vacation and they would leave this kid locked in the horse trailer or a tent or wherever he was locked up. And the grandmother would just come and check on him while the other ones, and it was through the stepmom, but the bio dad.
Jeez.
Can I, and I don't want to, you can do what you want on your live, but any type of medical assessment or assessment about, with somebody about mental health, can you guys do that through a private message to link up and have that assessment instead of a public live? And I'm saying that...
Was you in here when this was going on? Was you hearing what was going on?
No, that's what I'm confused about.
Okay, so there was a girl that came in that said she was needing help. We couldn't call her. But we talked her into going to the hospital.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So what's this public assessment? I
this is
mean,
just somebody in the chat saying that if that happens again, she can give a public assessment. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, I
yeah.
was confused. I thought it was somebody on panel, and I'm like,
No,
okay,
no,
no, okay, I gotcha.
no. There was a girl that came in and she was having some issues, but her account's private. We gave her phone numbers to call. She was
Okay,
needing help, and we were able to talk her into going to the hospital. So,
Yeah, and she was private,
okay,
so nobody could like private message her, you know?
yeah, it wasn't on
okay.
panel or nothing like that. No.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. All
She
right.
said, who is the one that gave you that Brit name a little bit ago?
Gave what?
That Brit Edward name. You said you screenshot it and you were going to look him up.
Oh, that was a girl named her. She's called Aware.
Girl, let me tell you, that's going to be something you're definitely going to want to look into. I've just read like the first couple of paragraphs.
Uh huh.
Stick to my stomach.
Mm.
Mm, God.
Wow, we're getting all kinds of new cases to look into. But yeah, Sam, that didn't happen on panel. We just helped her.
No, it makes sense. I got it.
Yeah.
I was just confused. Like, I can come up real quick and do a public. I can do an assessment. I'm like, uh,
Yeah.
that's
No,
something.
no,
If
no, no.
they're,
Right.
yeah, I think that's something like her. Yeah, the lady prior. If she's not no way to contact or something, sure. But like somebody up here, and they're,
Yeah.
I would just be very weary of giving any type of. You can lead them to resources, but if you're a medical professional giving any medical
Right.
advice, since they're not your patient or evaluated, you know what I mean. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, we just made sure she was okay. We kept talking to her in the chat. And she was able to get a hold of the hospital. So,
I really hope she gives somebody an update.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, nice to meet you, Sam.
Yeah, Sam, do you have any questions for Crystal since you didn't get to hear the whole story?
uh no, I mean I can catch up in a little bit. I'm kind of overstimulated with the haircuts and stuff. I just had to do it.
So, what
And
went wrong with the haircuts?
Oh, they turned out good. They just were not. Well, Eli was good, but Keenan was really naughty this time, and so
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's okay.
If I was there, I would have done it for you.
He was just really wiggly, and we, were trying to distract him and had to hold his hands down, and I
Does
didn't
he
want
have
him
any
to.
bald patches?
No,
Oh, he's
no,
good then.
yeah, yeah. No, I was trying to avoid the bald patches.
I hear you. Yes. So this case would be interesting. I think both of them will be. I'll look into the. Let me look into the other one real quick. Let's just look. Uh, see if I can find. That way, everybody will know about the other one because she can't come up right now.
It's about a 71-year-old man.
Do you want to tell a little bit about it since you already looked it up?
The only part that I've even got past just because I was sick, it says the 71-year-old Gainesville man is facing multiple felony charges, including child rape, sexual abuse, and incest, after authorities allege he impregnated his 15-year-old adoptive daughter, later married her, going on to have 6 additional children with her over 2.5 decades.
Okay, I did hear something about that one, but I wasn't sure what the name on it was. Crystal, my daughter used to live in Elk City. Yeah, some things are really, really. Oh, anytime, Crystal. Anytime. I think everybody's overstimulated this afternoon. I think it's been a lot this morning.
Yeah, I think so. They're heavy topics too and everything.
Yes, for sure. But I have some things that I have to get done. So I am going to end and then maybe come back later this evening when I've read into this other case a little bit more
Okay,
and see
Stace.
Oh, that
what we
sounds
can
good.
do to help Crystal get her story out and then possibly look at
Yeah,
another one.
All right,
yeah,
guys.
that
See you
sounds
later.
good.
Yes, I
Bye,
hope
you
I can
guys.
join. Thanks, Sheshed, for having me up, and thanks for the gifts, y'all.
Anytime. You guys are more than welcome anytime. And I will see you all later this evening.
Okay,
Bye,
y'all have a great
everyone.
day. Stay
Fun day.
hydrated,
Bye.
See you
everyone. It's
later.
hot.
Thanks for the
Bye.
gifts.
Yes, thank you all. Enjoy your Sunday fun day. Everybody take care of your mental health, and we will talk to you later.